We'll start tomorrow. We'll be wearing our Black History Month uniforms. I believe there are 19.
Late 1900s, 1908, 99.
Early 1900s, late 1800s, right?
Early 1900s.
Yeah. And Wilbur Wood would have been the first African American to play for the Huskers in basketball. And so kind of in his memory, that was about the right time frame, according to my sources. And so, we're honored to be wearing those and moving forward. So it'll be, I think the guys enjoy it a great deal. I think that it sends the right message that we want to be able to honor our past and certainly the journey of a guy like Wilbur.
Any new updates on Shavon or just status quo?
Shavon, I think we're making progress. He has the last 2 days, now he hasn't been in yet today, but been able to, take the baseline test. Baseline test is when you come in as a normal dude, they test you. Like, what's your, a reaction time, your mental acuity, all that stuff. And can you walk a straight line? And then, so they have what each individual has done when they come in, and then I think they test them every couple of years. And so we've got from his junior season too, we've got another baseline test, and we compare and contrast what he is normally to what he is now. And he's not quite where he needs to be, to start activity, exercise, stuff like that. But I don't think I think he's closer. He's made good progress.
Will he be able to be at the game Saturday? I know that's kind of
yet.
Okay.
Not sure yet. He did come to practice, and so that was good.
So he did suffer a concussion, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. There's some level of concussion and neck strain. I just equate it to a car accident. I mean, I want to just where obviously there's an amount of trauma. A car accident without a seatbelt. There's an amount of trauma, and then with that comes, neck strain and all the things that go with it. So you just never know how long these things will be, and his welfare is the most important thing. Now, he would like to play Saturday. If it was his idea, he'd play Saturday. But I'm not making a decision, and he's not making a decision. Someone smarter than the two of us are going to.
Do you stick with the same lineup without him? As far as you know?
At this point, as far as I know, yeah. We'll see how practice goes today, right?
Yeah.
What were some of the?
Do you think Ed will be able to go?
I don't know that. He didn't go yesterday.
When you look at that game at Wisconsin, the first time in 106 games that you hadn't had Shavon, what were some of the biggest positives and also things you need to improve upon?
Well, the things I worried about was a go-to guy scoring. They were able to shut down Andrew, and then after that, Glenn I thought did a nice job. But our inability to make inside shots, 5 at 16 at the rim, really hurt us. That was Ty, Glenn, Michael, and those are guys that I know can do it. And so those were plays that hurt the team. So that was disappointing, but I think what guys realize is their responsibility to the team, in moments like that, like, oh, gee, if I don't do it, and I said, yeah, it's like that all the time, okay, just so you know. And, we had some meetings with guys yesterday, and I thought that was good. But what I liked, I thought our kids played hard the way we'd expect them to do, but we want to play winning basketball. I don't want to be the tryharders.
Is there any particular player that you point to or have conversations with to try to pick up the slack? I know it's got to be a group effort for you guys, but is there one or two people that you really kind of point to and say,
well,
hey,
I would think those guys that have showed it in the past, like Glenn, like Ty, are your obvious suspects, A guy like Michael, can get you 10 to 12. Ed can get you 8 to 10. I mean, what they've done on their best nights, quote unquote, I think is what you'd hope to get out of them.
They know that, or do you?
I think I'm sorry.
They know that, or do you have to express that more to them, or has it been?
I've kind of talked to the team. I've talked to some guys individually, and some guys as a whole. You just don't need any heroes, so you got to be careful about somebody doing. But outside, somebody trying to do something outside of what they're ready for. So, Now I forgot the point I was going to make before you interrupted me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I just don't get to say that much.
What did Wisconsin? How did they try to take Andrew out of this game? I mean,
I thought Nigel Hayes just did a good job being physical with him and denying him, and I thought Drew honestly backed down from that a little bit. And after the game, now I remember. After the game, I asked the guys individually, like, how did you play? Okay, good, well, poorly, and everybody feels like they played bad after they lost. But I corrected some guys. No, I thought you were this or you're that. You look at Benny Parker, got us, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 or 3 assists. That's a pretty good night. If I could get that out of Benny, that's accounting for a whole bunch of stuff. And 20 points plus. And so, but without Shavon, it seems like now Drew's ability to get an open 3, a little less effective. Just easier to key on us.
It seemed like Jake Hammond had one of his better nights.
First half.
Yeah.
Yeah. His first half was really good. I was really happy with his first half.
Have you seen him make strides at all from where he was at the beginning of the year, or even midway through this year?
Yeah, Jake has peaks and valleys. He'll play well for a while, and then not play so well for a while. So, but I thought the first half, when he had 4 or 5 rebounds, maybe more. And a couple block shots and scored. I thought he did a nice job in the first half. In the second half, it was just almost completely the opposite. I don't think he had any rebounds, had like 3 fouls. And, so you just can't just, have the EKG thing going, man.
One more about Andrew. He's talked about this a couple times, is that he knows he's going to be either number 1 or number 2 on scouting reports. The teams are going to come up with different ways to try to take him out of games.
And he was both.
Yeah. Last night. But has he seen it all now? I mean, are teams still coming up with different things?
No, I don't think. I think the bigger body guy. I mean, Nigel's a better. I would say he's an unsuspecting athlete. He doesn't look like he's the most mobile kid. He kind of goes at a pace that he likes to go at. Nigel Hayes does. Almost like Andrew. And then Andrew will explode up for a rebound. And Nigel's a little bit the same way, and plus he's taller, and so I think that was the first guy that's probably able to stay with him like that, Rayfeld Davis is another one for Purdue, not quite as big and strong, but a little quicker than that too, that, guys that can really lock onto you.
What have you seen from Penn State? Obviously they're struggling, but just knocked off Indiana.
Yeah, they're interesting. Pat's done a tremendous job. He's got a phenomenal recruiting class coming in. And the one thing about Pat Chambers' team is, they will never die. They're like the old junkyard dog from Sandlot. I mean, they just keep coming at you. And so they may play poorly for a while, and maybe you're doing fine, and all of a sudden, I always, the Michigan game, for instance, in Madison Square Garden, there was a point they were down double figures, and I'm like, and they made just one shot, and all of a sudden it just changed everything. And I'm like, I've seen this charge from Penn State over and over. Here it comes. And certainly they cut it all the way down to a close margin, and I forget the exact number. So, you just know that you're going to have to battle. It's going to be a game of runs. They're very aggressive defensively, and we'll have to be at our best, to beat them. And they've showed, they played, they've kind of, again, like played really tough one night and then not so well another, and maybe 2 nights in a row they played, 2 games in a row they played well, and then not so well for 2 games. They had Maryland dead to rights at Maryland. So they've shown with Brandon Taylor and Shep Garner being, I think, their go-to guys, and some young talent in there too, that they can play with anybody.
Have you been able to pinpoint one thing, or is there a variety of combinations why teams are getting hot?
Yeah, shooting 41% from 3 on us.
What's behind that? Is it a variety of things? Is it just luck on some teams?
No, well, one is I think we lack defensive length, no matter what, and especially at the guard spot. So when we do some things, for instance, when you go double on a post, okay, and they throw it right over your head, right, and then you're rotating, you just can't get there. Any direct pass anywhere, you can't get there quick enough. And there's no way to have, unless you just have enough length, and I think we'll have a lot more length next year, But at this point in time, with this year's makeup, we aren't there. And so I think we lack length. And if you look at last year's team, with, Turan would guard many point guards. So if you doubled or you were in screen and roll and he lifts his hands up, now your ability to throw it back, your ability to do some things, you can eliminate a lot of that with defensive length. So, so we've tried, some subtle differences now, to protect ourselves that we think will help. We've had some guys that haven't made a shot in ages step up and make a shot, and then when that starts, though, that's like a virus, It's just like anything. It's like when one guy misses a free throw, your best guy misses a free throw, then it seems like everybody misses them, And so we have to stop that as quick as we can, certainly, because